Hey there, it's Marian here from Elgin Travel and Cruises. It is November the 12th, 2021, and just a little update on the day in the life of a travel professional. Friday night, I'm not sure when I will be going home. We had a staff of 7 full-time, well-oiled machine agency back in March of 2021, and now 20 months later I am still the only full-time agent here in the office. I'm grateful to have some of my girls back part-time, but it's still a struggle, and I just document this to just appreciate what we've been through in the last 20 months. We certainly are starting to see a bit of glimmer at the end of the tunnel, but it's still incredibly difficult and exhausting. No one is fully staffed. The airlines, the tour suppliers, everyone that we need to communicate with are in as desperate of situation as we are. We can't get through on the phone lines. We try for days on end, weeks on end. So we try to make sure that nobody's having to make any changes to names or dates or upgrades, because it is impossible at this point. And again, it's difficult to bring staff back when things are still really tough in knowing what all the protocols are. They're changing regularly. The US border just opened earlier this week, November the 8th, after being closed for over 19 months. Canadians can now drive across into the United States, and they don't have to have an antigen test if they're driving across. They definitely do if they're flying. The Canadian government is still requiring the PCR test for any Canadians flying back into Canada done 72 hours prior to their return. So still concerns for clients wishing to book, concerned that they may test positive. Anyone who is not fully vaxxed by the end of this month will not be flying or entering a bus or a train. Any public modes of transportation now require everyone to be fully vaxxed. We had a lot of concerns for the majority of the Canadian population that were vaccinated with mixed vaccines, including the AstraZeneca that the U.S. government wasn't accepting. They now are accepting that, as are most cruise lines, not all at this point. Insurances have just changed by the minute on what is being covered. The kids still under 12 years old are not vaccinated, so concerns for parents that had planned to take their young family away. If children are not vaccinated and return from a holiday, they have to quarantine. They're not allowed to go back to school for 14 days or back to daycare. So that's really holding up the family travel. Cruise travel is still on hold for the most part. People are excited and anxious, and I think a little more comfortable with the protocols, but it's still a struggle day by day, minute by minute, and I just breathe through it and pray that I can get my girls back and that life will be as exciting and fun for people traveling in the future, but I don't see it being in the near future. So just an update, just a reminder where we were in November of 2021, hoping I can come back on in the next month or two to say things have turned around completely. There's no more schedule changes. We can get through on the phone lines. Everybody's fully staffed, and that clients feel comfortable booking their vacation plans. I hope you are all well, and I appreciate you watching. As always, enjoy the journey.